Good morning, Codger Biker here. I always enjoy those videos where people choose their best 3 bikes, so I decided to do the same. These are my best 3 bikes for 2022. Doesn't mean I'm going to buy them, just means that I'm interested in them and they have something that appeals to me. But I don't think Wolfgang needs to worry just yet. Oh, and if you've got a video channel, why don't you do the same? Let's see your 3 bikes. The thing about choosing 3 bikes is I can't be wrong, because these are the 3 bikes that appeal to me and no one can tell me what I like. So it's different from the manufacturers telling you how great their bike is and how it's the best in the world. And as I've got older, as my body's changed, my choices are limited ever more. For instance, I tried to run this morning and I got about 20 yards and my back felt like I was wearing a suit of armour. So, for me, the first choice is always going to be weight. I grew up on a farm and well, I haven't lived there for a long time, and if you're not doing off-road riding every day, then I'm telling you it's much harder than it looks when you see the promotional videos with expert riders flinging bikes around as though they weigh nothing.
Getting tired.
After a few hundred yards you'd be absolutely tired out. Well, I get tired watching 690 Adventures. If you haven't seen their channel, have a look. They'll show you what's possible in the UK at its most extreme and really put the 690 Enduro and 701 Husqvarna and a few other bikes I think through their paces. Quite spectacular. But unfortunately I'm entering almost my 7th decade, so that's not for me. But I still like to be able to go down a country lane or up a mountain if I feel like it. I wouldn't be able to do that on something like my old Africa Twin anymore. It's just too heavy. If that fell and I was on my own, that would be the end of the day and a very embarrassing walk to try and find help, no doubt. So with that in mind, despite myself, here are the 3 bikes that I'm looking forward to seeing, hopefully in the metal, and maybe even having a go on, but not just yet purchasing. Although my 4th bonus bike, oh, that's something different. We'll see when the time comes. In 3rd place, surprising myself, is the Norden 901 by Husqvarna. I would have expected this to be my first choice. However, I think it's a little heavy and I'm not overly convinced by the looks. Though I'm prepared to change my mind when I see one in the flesh, hopefully soon. The engine I love. They seem to have got that 890 engine just so. But I don't know quite whether the looks are what I'm after, which is odd for me because usually I'm a function over form kind of guy. I like things to work, and if they look good, so much the better. But for me, I don't know, I just don't like it, and that's the hypocrisy of this will become clear as we go along. So, looks an excellent bike, bit heavy, seat height so-so, be great on the road no doubt, and looks like it can do off-road almost as well as the 890R. So although it's in 3rd place, you've got to remember there are hundreds of bikes out there, so it's an excellent bike with the looks of it, and I really am looking forward to having a go on one day. Unfortunately, I don't know of a Norden dealer anywhere near me, so we'll see. But if I can get a go on one, I'm definitely going to. In 2nd place, it's the newest bike here, and really it doesn't match any of my criteria. It's heavy, and it's big, and it looks great. So I'm not supposed to choose on those grounds, which is why it doesn't get 1st place. But it's a bike I'm really looking forward to seeing. Fortunately, I think it'll prove to be 1, too expensive, 2, too heavy, and 3, just too precious. Imagine dropping that on a rocky lane somewhere. But if I was just doing on-road riding and forgetting all pretense of going off-road, I think that could really be a bike for me. Never had a Ducati, so come on lottery. Okay, so in 1st place for me is the Aprilia Tuareg 660. It looks like my kind of a bike. It's light, it looks the part, and it seems to do everything that I want within reason. It's not as light as my 690, so for that reason it won't be something I rush out to buy, but out of the bikes that I've looked at so far, this is my favourite, and it's the one that I'd most like to try out on the road and off-road given half a chance. So the Tuareg, is it Tuareg? Tuareg? The Tuareg 660 Aprilia is Codger Biker's bike of the year and the one that I would like. And yes, I think it's beautiful. All those people are going, oh, it's ugly, I couldn't live with it. I don't know, maybe you need to borrow my glasses. The trouble with human races, we're so much influenced by what other people say, and I think, unfortunately, that'll probably affect the sales of the Tuareg. Oh yes, if there's any Aprilia dealership or representative that would allow me to come along and have a test ride on the Tuareg 660, please get in touch. I'd love to try it out. And I promised you a bonus bike. Yes, well, this is a bike I've been waiting for 2 years, and maybe this year it will appear. And that is the KTM 490 Adventure. Got high hopes for this bike. I even made a video about it 2 years ago of what I'd like to see. And if KTM can get somewhere near what I asked for in that video, how presumptuous of me, then who knows, Wolfgang might even be in a slightly precarious position, but not just yet. Thanks for watching. They're my 3 bikes and a bonus for 2022. It's great, isn't it? I like to see new things coming along, even if I can't afford them, or even if they're not exactly my cup of tea. Innovation's always great, I think. It's too much looking at the past as though it was brilliant. The past was crap in my... The past was overrated, in my opinion. I can assure you, it was nothing like it looks like in the films. Which is the same as many of these bikes, isn't it? We see the manufacturers' films, and the reality is never quite the same. But they're the Codger choices. Come on, Tuareg 660. Who knows? One day maybe. Codger Biker is out.